Hi everybody, welcome to this video. And do you think I have enough flowers on my head today? This video is about Beltane and about some deeper personal meanings of Beltane and how to connect with the energy of Beltane, particularly if you're feeling a bit down about certain things. I'll explain throughout the video, but if you're interested in videos about Beltane and the actual practices of Beltane, I will put the link down below in here, because I do have a video on the Witches Zodiac playlist about Beltane. This video is more personal, about ways of working with Beltane energy to heal and to find different ways of accessing the Beltane energy. So this is come about because at Beltane a few years ago I did a workshop, and it was about self-love, and I realised that in my many years of practicing Wicca, witchcraft, paganism, just going into my spiritual path, I hadn't really thought about self-love, dun dun dun, or about self-worth, and it was a real beginning of a huge and painful and powerful and needed learning curve. So self-love is the topic really of today's video. Self-worth, self-love, having healthy boundaries, and being able to use the energy of Beltane to deeply, deeply heal. Sometimes Beltane can feel, if you are in a particularly painful place, can feel a bit of a rub in the face. Oh, it's all about love, it's all about the goddess and the god, it's all about this joyful time. And on the outside, yes, this time of year is utterly beautiful and bountiful. It's hard not to feel joy when you see the greening of the land, and you go out and you feel that energy in a warmer evening when you're just watching the green return to the leaves and the blossoms appearing on what trees that a few weeks ago were no more than just sticks, and the bluebells enchanting us in the meadows. It's just intoxicating, and these are the real energies of Beltane, life returning. And for a life to return to the land, there needs to be fertility and fecundity, and I like the word fecundity, and the union, which is the focus of Beltane, the harmonic union of the Lord, the divine masculine, the sacred life force of the earth, and the goddess, the lady, the divine feminine, the beautiful, fertile maiden and mother. This is the focus and the energy of Beltane as life returns to the world in absolute bounty. So it is a time of love, and it's a time of sex, and it's a time of intimacy and pleasure and feeling the call of nature, and feeling, not like going to the toilet, feeling the call of nature, but feeling the call of nature and feeling the call of the land. But this can be very painful. It can be fabulous, it can be wonderful, it can be beautiful, but this video is for those that struggle or are struggling with that energy and maybe don't quite know how to work with it, or would like new ideas on how to really heal and really work on self-love and self-worth and boundaries and healthy energy at this time. So don't feel lacking if you are on your own at Beltane. Sexuality and the love of the land, it's not saying you need to be with somebody to celebrate it. Yes, through being intimate and open and connecting with another in a sacred and just loving way is a gateway to huge spiritual growth and personal understanding, and can be a very magical and powerful thing, and it makes something other than ourselves, and also can make life as well, which is also other than ourselves. But the key of this time of year is to find the harmony of those aspects of ourselves, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, deeply within ourselves. So the work is a sacred marriage within ourselves. You don't need anybody else in this situation. If you're with someone else, that is lovely and that is great, and still you need to work on yourself. Just because you're with someone doesn't mean you get to get out of this free card. It's still the work. We can often ignore our own work when we've got somebody else around us, but finding the balance and the healing within is the core of Beltane energy, The within, so without. If it's imbalance within, then we're going to see the imbalance on the outside. So for me, looking at this, if you're looking at the divine masculine and the divine feminine harmoniously engaged within, and this especially looking at the areas of love, the divine feminine is allowing that heart source to open, to be to love, to overflow with love and creative, fertile, beautiful energy, to feel connected to others, to heal with that energy. And the divine masculine within is putting in some healthy boundaries, is putting in sense of self-worth, and is actually actively protecting the jewel, the beauty of us. So this is one way. There's different ways you can look at it, of course. This is one way the divine feminine and the divine masculine harmonise and work within. And often with people, it's actually the issue of self-worth and healthy boundaries, which can be the big issue. So you're giving and giving and giving, but yeah, potentially not in healthy or in good ways for you, or for me, or for us. So practicing and deeply connecting with the goddess for unconditional love and healing within ourselves. This is the time of year for it, folks, to go to connect with the goddess, to really shine light on the heart, and to heal and to release. And it may be painful at times. There could be a few tears, because there's so many things that we kind of hold, don't we, that we think protect us, but actually are kind of holding us back. And allowing to open to the goddess at Beltane, to allow her life force, her beautiful loving energy to flow through us, to come into our hearts and to shed light on those shadowy places, on those places we've tried to hide away, and to really allow the goddess's love to flow through us, is one way to connect and to start healing at this time. And then also to start actively being really blooming good to ourselves. And that's when the divine masculine comes in. Come on, we deserve it, yeah? We deserve being looked after, being loved, being cared for. So maybe we should start doing it, or remember to continue doing it. So the active part of this is taking steps. That could be saying no to something, that could be saying yes to something, that could be clearing something, cleaning something, putting time out for you, making a promise to you. And I'll come back to that in a second. That could be dedicating some time to doing something that you really love, that really nurtures you. Maybe writing down some things. I know you would find this cringeworthy, but writing down some things that just feel hard to do maybe, but really positive about you. Write down some things which are really good about you. Sit at your altar and do it. It may be easy to do it in a sacred setting. To sit down in your altar and write down some things that are lovely about you, that you're caring, that you're giving, that you smile and do this and blah de blah. Write down some things and sit with it, don't run away from it. Write down some things that are really good about you. And make some space for this work. This is very important work. It's going to be very healing if you just give yourself 10-20 minutes a day, or a longer period of time at a weekend or something, to work on really recharging those inner batteries and taking care of yourself. And really, as you feel the goddess's light flowing into you, do the same for yourself. Nourish yourself, fill that cup up. Allow love, self-love and kindness and compassion to flow through you. And it's got to start from being compassionate to yourself. You know, yeah, you messed up, yeah, you were late for that, yeah, you didn't do that. Be kind, you're human, it's fine, it's okay. If you're living perfectly, we'd never grow and be not much point. It's okay, be loving, be compassionate, know that you've done these things, but you love yourself, you forgive yourself, you're kind to yourself anyway. And really spend some time just really being very compassionate and kind with yourself. And put some structure in. So that's more the divine masculine, putting the structure in, that you're going to rebuild this. You're going to build a strong altar within yourself that is worthy of love and kindness and compassion. So the love is coming from the goddess, and the structure and the action is coming from the divine masculine. So that will grow, and so the spark of energy will come into you, and you'll be able to really manifest some wonderful things. So pamper yourself, and again, as I've mentioned before in things, pampering yourself isn't always just doing the bath and the facial treatment, but I think at Beltane, please do that as well. Make this a luxurious time as nature is in blossom and nature is in fullness and coming into life. Do the lovely treatments for you. You deserve that radiance and that beauty and that pampering gorgeousness that you can see in the world around you when you go out into nature anyway. But also put in some plans to do some deeper work, to change things, to clear things, to get things done. And make a promise, make a commitment. Now this is something you can do in a ceremonial space. So bring in the witchiness to it. To harmonise the divine masculine and feminine is to be really openly accepting and loving of your whole self. So you'll need a mirror, you'll need some time to be in circle. You call any goddess or god that you wish, if you wish, don't have to. And to tell yourself that you love yourself and make a commitment to you. And doing this commitment in circle is going to make it really, really potent. So have a think before, what is the promise, the commitment you want to make to yourself? Do it maybe when you're writing down your list of really positive things about you, when you're pouring some compassion to yourself. Really think about what promise you'd like to make for yourself. What can the divine masculine do within you to make something happen and allow the love of the goddess to flow through you freely? So make yourself a promise this Beltane. Please, for me? No, not for me, for you. Make yourself a promise, a commitment that you will honour yourself, that you will love yourself, and that you're going to do something for you. And this is a really important thing to put into your Beltane celebrations, to really seed some self-love, some self-respect, some self-worth, to nurture and grow the divine within, as well as celebrating it in the outside world. So go into nature and see the beauty of the world, see the beauty of the earth, see the Mother Goddess in her dress of flowers, and the greening God. See all these things, and they're amazing. Let that energy fill you, but don't feel like you have to have something outwardly at this time to make this Beltane, right for you. If you can have that harmony within, then everything on the outside is going to flow. And if you're in a relationship or if you're single, it doesn't matter. This is a time to commit to you before all others. So do a nice ceremony for yourself this Beltane. Pamper, give yourself a nice treatment, look after yourself, cook yourself some nice food, have a nice bath, dress in something that is going to be authentically lovely for you. It could be nothing, it could be just a veil, it could be a nice dress, do something that's for you. Look into that mirror and write it down, but in front of the gods that you work with and connect with, or whatever you connect with. Make a promise and a commitment to you, to love and like you do to somebody else, to love and nurture, honour and protect. Do that for yourself. And by doing this, you're creating some very healthy boundaries. You're knowing your worth and you're pouring energy into it. And when you really know your worth and pour the energy into it, it's harder for people that would like to tear that down to get in. So enjoy the celebrations, enjoy the land and the sense of love. And yes, of course, this is a time of year for giving yourself to another and for feeling the love in the land. But before, there's a lot of healing a lot of us have to do around love and about sex and about intimacy. There's a lot of healing to do. So it's kind of, just forget all that and just be loving and just give yourself to someone. It's like, that's going to be a crash waiting to happen, isn't it? So, yes, it is. It's great if you're in a good space to be able to open to others. But I think this energy can bring up triggers for people. can bring up things and emotional stuff that needs to be healed and cleared and worked with. And that's the beauty of this time of year as well. It opens you up to love, self-love, and then of course the love of others. You're loved by others, but you know, if it's not working right within, then it's very hard for the rest on the outside to work. So yeah, feel this sense of love and nurture yourself with it. Really note down any things that come up for you at this time. You know, there could be healings around intimacy that could be going on. There could be healings around loss and self-worth that come up, and just compassionately hold them and use this energy to nurture and nourish and to re-energize and to let go of some of these things as well. And celebrate and enjoy life and be grateful for what's coming in. Again, don't feel too pushed. It has to be about relationships outside yourself or things being a certain way. It's really feeling that energy rise within you, and that you're using that energy for your own highest potential and your own highest good, and to give love to others and to be caring and kind, and nurturing you first and giving yourself that first. Okie dokie. Well, I hope that made sense. It's something I felt drawn to sort of say, because I know that Beltaine's energy can be a trigger for people that are going through stuff, and in a way it's bringing things up, but allow it with compassion and love to be healed. You may even want to buy yourself a little gift if you can afford it, or you can make yourself something. I bought myself a ring once as a commitment to myself. That's a nice idea. But you can make something, you can write it down, you can create a piece of art, or cook yourself a meal. Do something nice for you that's going to be memorable or enjoyable, that's about this time of year. It's about the connection, and it's about the commitment you've made to yourself. And fill your world with love, but know when it hurts. You know, when it hurts, don't try to run from it. That's not what this is about. This is about holding with compassion and allowing yourself to feel whatever you feel. Okay? So again, I hope that made sense. I felt drawn to say this. I hope it made clear sense for you guys, and some people out there hopefully will get something from it. And happy Beltane. Enjoy the land, enjoy the love within yourself and without. Take care, guys. All the best. See you soon.